Hello, everyone. Pure thinking is central to ethical individualism. By using pure thinking to understand life events, we can predict what will happen next. By using pure thinking to select our ethical principles, we are empowered to act. But what is pure thinking? It is necessary to point out that we can discuss thought without entering the field of brain physiology. Most people find it difficult to grasp the concept of pure thinking. The content of pure thinking is pure concepts. Pure concepts describe a thing's lawfulness and relationships to other concepts. Pure or universal concepts are without perceptible content, but they can be applied to the world. When we see a particular lion in the grasslands of Africa, we apply the universal concept lion to give it meaning. We cannot perceive a universal lion in the world, but we can apply the universal concept lion to a particular lion in the world. Cause and effect are an example of pure concepts without perceptible content that are often applied to the world. The laws of physics are pure concepts that are applied to the world. Ethical principles are pure concepts that are applied to conduct. A home designer begins with pure concepts in the creative process that gradually take a detailed form. The free individual uses pure thinking to produce new moral ideas. As the mind advances to the level of pure thinking, it gradually removes external objects and any perceptible content from thought. Here are some examples of the advancement of thinking. Our everyday thinking is filled with specific perceptible content. After finishing shopping at Target, I took Elm Street to avoid Friday rush hour traffic. After picking up Billy at South High, I got home in time to make Sam's favorite dish, Boston meat pie. After dinner, I planned to chill out on the cozy sofa with Sam and watch Wheel of Fortune. Practical thinking is filled with specific perceptible content. Carefully remove the craft table parts from the IKEA box. Place the enclosed metal caps on the large end of each table leg. Fasten the caps to the legs with the 3 bolts provided using an Allen wrench. Mathematics is an example of pure thinking without perceptible content. If we can show that the sum of 2 even integers is in the form 2q, then we can be sure that it is always an even integer. Since both of them are even integers, then we can represent them as 2q and 2r. Adding both of them, we have n plus n equals 2q plus 2r equals 2q plus r. Philosophical thinking is an example of pure thinking. The wisdom of philosophy can be applied to the world. Partness and wholeness stand in a purely ideal relationship to each other. Partness is neither a part of wholeness nor a part of any whole. Its content is ideally determined as that which makes an object a part of a whole. To be a part means to be determined as an entity that has a relationship to other parts such that they form a whole. Rudolf Steiner's philosophy of freedom is pure thinking. It is also practical in that it describes cognitive processes. The subject does not think because it is a subject, rather it appears to itself as subject because it can think. The activity of thinking consciousness exercised by a human being as a thinker is therefore not merely subjective. In fact, it is an activity that is neither subjective nor objective. It transcends both concepts. To be a pure thinker requires regular practice. Just as normal life does not usually provide enough physical activity for us to stay healthy, it does not provide enough mental activity to keep our mind in top shape. The West no longer demands pious exercises and ascetic practices to attain knowledge. It does require, however, a sincere willingness to prepare for science by withdrawing oneself a while from the immediate impressions of life and entering the realm of pure thought. The regular practice of reading and contemplating the philosophy of freedom will cultivate your ability to think purely. The book is written in a special way to raise questions that can only be answered with intuitive insight. After a while, you will notice an increase of those moments of insight in your daily life. Thanks for watching, and remember to live and let live.